Alrighty, y'all. In today's psychological lecture, I'm going to basically be explaining relationships as a dude and as a day trader that is a dude, and how you should go about handling a relationship in day trading. What I noticed at a young age that led me to be able to see success. This is a very important topic no one talks about, probably because majority of day traders get no type of buns. But, anyways, first things first, and the biggest thing I want you guys to realize, a lot of you guys want to get in a relationship right now because you're lonely and you're going through a lot of shit. And you would feel like you feel specifically like a girl could solve your problems, right? In terms of how you feel right now with life. And you feel like, hey, if I had just love in my life right now, or if I had a girlfriend right now, life would be so much better. But I'm telling you, it would be a lot worse, right? There is a very rare occurrence you find a woman that genuinely allows you to basically work on your entire own schedule, not allocate time to them, and then be able to see them for a short duration of time every day. Very, very rare you find a woman like that. A lot of women in our age group of 15 to 25 are immature and needy, right? They want you to be able to provide for them because that's just the unrealistic thought process that they have. And as well as they want you to provide your time to them. And the problem with that specifically is when you are building yourself as a day trader, it is so critical for you to have all the time in the world to be able to allocate to bettering yourself, bettering your psychological and emotional control, and bettering your ability to read the charts. Right? I used to be that guy that would. I was working at Best Buy. I had my broken, beaten car. I was fat. I was lazy, and I would just be sitting there. I'm like, yo, like I really want to get in a relationship, right? I really want to get loved by a girl, right? Not talking about love from anyone like family or friends or anything. I'm talking about love on an intimate level. And you guys are probably facing the same things. You probably are like, damn, if I can just get in a relationship, I would love to be in a relationship right now. And you need to realize, bro, a lot of you guys don't have value to provide in a relationship, right? When you look at a relationship, it's like, okay, you go out to dinner with your girlfriend, you pay for her nails, you do this, you do that. That is a monthly expense within itself. Paired that with not even the monthly expense. Let's say disconnect the monthly expense aspect. The time is so important, critical for you to have to focus on yourself, as well as the emotional and psychological control aspect, right? A lot of people get in a relationship. I had a member DM me the other day, and this is why I'm making this video. But I had a member the other day get out of a relationship, broken up in a relationship, and he thought about contemplating ending his life. And that much emotion and emotional control invested into a person, how do you think that's going to make you trade? Right? Do you think that's going to make you trade in a good way or a bad way? If you are contemplating suicide because you're heartbroken, do you think that you will trade better or worse? The answer is pretty obvious: worse and bad. So, that being said, it's like, look, you in a relationship are going to go through so much trials and tribulations to the point that it could affect and tarnish your trading performance and ability, right? If you're heartbroken because you got out of a relationship, you're just going to be spamming executions, trying to make money. Oh yeah, I'm going to prove to her why she left me. I'm going to be buying and selling. I'm going to get a payout. I'm going to do this. And it's like now your journey as a trader is all derived off of the basis of you trying to prove a girl wrong because she left you because you weren't the man that you wanted to be, right? Majority of relationships end up failing because the woman doesn't have respect for the man, right? I mean, you look at like a really well off dude that cheats and the girl still stays there. The reason why that is because she respects that dude to the point of saying, I mean, yeah, he cheated, but I'm not going to be able to find a dude like him, right? And it's like majority of failing relationships and girls that end up cheating on dudes or girls that end up leaving dudes is all off the backbone of what does he have? He's like everyone else. He's not exceptional. He's not a profitable day trader. He doesn't make money. He sits and he's at home with his family all day and he doesn't have a job, right? And it's like, that being said, it's like, why position yourself in a relationship if you can't even provide for yourself? It's selfish to some extent, right? So like my protocol for all of anyone who asks me advice about relationships and everything is like, yo, start making consistent money off of this shit because you will be able to have emotional control within yourself. You'll understand exactly what your day-to-day routine looks like, your day-to-day schedule. You'll know exactly what you should be doing every single day. And then from there, if you want to allocate, look, 1 to 3 hours a day towards a relationship and like texting and calling a girl, whatever, yeah, like go ahead and do it then. But it's like, yo, like you are trying to build yourself so much right now that getting into a relationship could be basically diminishing of your time. And I'll tell you guys, like, majority of the advice I give is really extreme advice, right? I'm talking to people who want to be able to make 10, 20, 50, $100 million before they're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, right? I'm talking to people who want to achieve greatness. If you are okay with saying, hey, look, if I can make 10, 20, 30 grand a month and just stay there, I'll be fine. If that's you right now, yeah, go ahead and get a relationship. That's fine. But I'm talking to the people specifically who want to achieve greatness at such a fast rate. And the only thing a relationship will do is it will hurt you specifically. Now, obviously, there's always going to be a rare case of a girl that just genuinely wants the best for you at a young age. Like, let's say a 15 to 25-year-old girl, depending on obviously your age as a day trader. There's going to be a girl, and there's going to be a rare occurrence where a girl genuinely wants the best for you and she sees a future with you, and she's not really naggy on in terms of how much time you spend with her and everything. And look, if that's you right now, yeah, 100% stay in that relationship. You found yourself a wife. But if that's not you, and let's say you're in a relationship right now and your girlfriend's always complaining that you spend too much time on, let's say, a community, like you're in a community right now and you're in a paid community and you're trying your best and learning all the course material and everything. And she's saying, well, you spend so much time in that Discord, or you spend so much time trying to become a day trader, or you spend so much time watching YouTube about day trading and all this thing. You don't spend any time with me. You got to drop her right now, G. You got to drop her like literally right now. And look, this is a tough pill to swallow. And at the end of the day, you are the only person that can do it. But you got to ask yourself, is this actually positioning me in the best possible position to be able to make a shit ton of money? And if the answer is no, it's like, yo, you know what you need to do. You know you need to break up with that girl. You know she's hurting your future. You know she's hurting every aspect. You know she's gaslighting you into staying into the relationship and spending all your time on her because they don't understand, especially girls in the age group of 15 to 25, obviously depending on your age. I'm not talking about 25-year-olds who are dating 15. No, that's weird. I'm talking about if you're a 15-year-old, you're dating a 15-year-old. I'm talking about if you're a 25-year-old, you're dating a 22-year-old or 25-year-old, whatever. But this age group of women they're very immature. They don't understand how the world works as a whole. They don't understand how entrepreneurship journey as a whole works. And they're going to probably end up cheating on you or leaving you because they don't respect you because you provide nothing. And honestly, I'll back them up in this case scenario. Would you date yourself? The answer is probably no. Right? Genuinely ask yourself. You're a day trader right now. You probably live with your mom. You probably don't make any money. You probably lose money every single month. You probably work a normal job if you even have a job. And if you can even keep a job, you're probably fat or you're probably overweight. Would you date yourself right now? The answer is probably no. So why are you looking to get into a relationship right now? Right? You don't have any value, and that's okay. What is not okay is staying with no value and staying in the aspect of saying, you know what, I provide nothing, right? But let me actually start to change and better my life. And how am I going to do that? By spending every waking hour on bettering my life, focusing on my physique, focusing on my mental clarity, focus on my psychological control, focus on my strategy, focusing on everything then. But if you're in a relationship right now and your girl is saying, why aren't you with me? Why are you day trading? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Questioning every single thing, you're going to be mentally exhausted. And then you're not going to spend any time on working towards your future and your goals. So it's really for you to understand and recognize, hey, is this relationship hurting me right now? And I'll tell you guys out of personal experience, I've never been in a relationship for a long time. I've been in many, many, many talking stages. It just never ended up working out. I've linked with so many girls. I've hung out, not linked, let me not use slang. I've hung out with so many girls, and it just never worked out in terms of seeing a consistent relationship with them. Because I would always find an extreme vice. Either they'll be extremely naggy, right? And they would say, oh, I want this, I want that, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. Or they didn't respect me at that time, right? I haven't really tried recently because I literally don't have the time. My day-to-day routine, I'll tell you guys right now, I wake up, I respond to 500 to 1,000 messages. I'll go shower. I'll go to the gym. I'll go get food after, come back home, do my daily group call, which takes 2 hours. Then after doing the daily group call, what I'll do after is I'll make a YouTube lecture, right? Like the one I'm making now. Then after that, I'll make a Discord lecture. Then after that, I'll finish up my night with responding to another 500 to 1,000 messages. So me personally, I just don't have the time, right? And I don't feel like I'm ready to get into a relationship because I think it could hurt and affect my future. You know, I really practice the shit that I preach to you guys, you know, and it's like, if you are always available right now and you're a day trader, that means you're not putting in any work. It's the easiest tell for me. I'll repeat what I just said. If you are a day trader and you're always available to the point where you're saying, "Oh, I want to get in a relationship because I have all the free time on my hands right now," that means you are putting like a tenth of effort in that you know you should be doing. So the answer always will be no, don't get in a relationship. If you are currently in a relationship, analyze, does the girl that you are talking to right now actually want the best for you? And does she see a future with you? And is she nagging you or is she not nagging you? Does she actually want you to have a profession like day trading? Does she actually want the best for you? And like I mentioned, if the answer is no, bro, drop her right now. Because it's going to end up even worse than if you were to just drop her right now. I'll see so many of my friends, they'll get in a relationship, and then after a long enough duration, either she leaves, he leaves, she cheats, he cheats, and then it's just all fucked. And then that causes them to have really whacked and out of whack emotional control, which then leads them to go on tilt and blowing accounts. Look, and then even then, it's like, okay, let's say women as a whole, you just want to be promiscuous. You're just trying to go out and fuck, right? Well, number one, let's take religion to account. I don't care. I'm Muslim. That's haram. Everything's haram. But any Abrahamic religion tells you promiscuity is bad, right? So if you're Christian, you're Jewish, you're Hindu, it doesn't matter. Any religion tells you promiscuity is bad. So let's just take away religion, right? Let's just take it on the aspect of just completely how it is face value. If you make it your life to be out going to fuck girls, right? Like let's say that is genuinely your life right now. How will you find the time to be working? I'll tell you guys out of personal experience, the amount of girls that just throw themselves at you once you start making money and you actually start bettering your life and there's visual aspects of it. Like, for example, you buy a new car, you post an Instagram photo, like, yo, this is my car. The amount of women that they'll literally throw themselves at you is literally insane. I used to think this was always bullshit. When I was broke and fat, I was like, yeah, I'm sure, bro. There's no way. I literally sit there, like people telling me this. I'll be like, yeah, okay. Because I was always like I'll believe it when I see it type of dude. And then I started posting like a dickhead, post like 200K in cash, post a new car, post me at dinner, post me at Nobu, post me at this place and that place and that place. Literally endless leads will just start following me. I literally, I don't even respond to them because it's a waste of my time and I can't focus on getting a relationship and getting girls. But when I tell you guys out of experience, the amount of women, if let's say right now you're watching this video, you've never been in a relationship, you've never talked to a girl, vast majority of you, let's say that's you right now. The amount of girls that throw themselves at you when you start making money is literally a joke. It is literally a joke. So let's say you want to get a girl right now, right? Your goal is like, oh, I want to get a girl, or I want to just be that guy that has a bunch of girls. Haram, first off. But let's say second off, you're not. Let's just say you're not religious. If that is your true intent with life and that's what would fulfill you, okay, just make money. That's your solution, bro. Just literally make money. Now, if you want to find a wife, it's not going to be off the backbone of you flexing. No. You finding a wife will be off of natural occurrences. You going to go talk to girls. You going to in areas in which you would find a wife. Go to a library, whatever the case is. But I'll just tell you guys, look, in summary, as a whole, bro, relationships are just a waste of time. Until you are genuinely in the position in life that you envision yourself to be in, then go look to get into a relationship. Because then you're already established, you make enough money to provide for her. Let's say you can even go move out with her. You can go get an apartment with her. You can get a car that would impress her. You can get materialism that impresses her. So it becomes easier. But until then, bro, you need to focus on work, right? Your optimal goal right now should be, how do I buy back all my time to be able to allocate to becoming a profitable day trader? And getting in a relationship will literally do the opposite. But yeah, man. Anyways, that's my best piece of advice. The last thing I want to leave you guys off with is, if you're in a toxic relationship, please, for the love of God, get out of the relationship now. Even if she's batshit crazy. I've heard some batshit crazy stories from people. Some people have told me before, yo, I was in a relationship, and she told me she was going to kill herself if I broke up with her, and then I had to stay with her. Bro, get the fuck out of those relationships. Those relationships where you have crazy ass stories and crazy ass shit happening to you, get the fuck out of the relationship. You are going to trade so badly because it's going to be constantly on your mind. And then you're going to chase the outcome trying to impress a girl. Don't do it. Trust me. Anyways, y'all, I love y'all. I'll see you guys in the next psychological lecture.